What is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jay and look out. Today we are back with another type of video. Now look, before we do anything, I appreciate everybody for the love and support. You know what I'm saying? For the ones who don't even like me, y'all still be coming through, seeing what's going on the channel. Now look, man, for the ones who don't know, I did make a video like this last year about NBA 2K26, but I told y'all people are so unhappy with the outcome and how 2K26 looks right now. So therefore, they're like, bro, how do you feel about 2K27? Which is funny to me because a lot of people were telling me like, bro, you yapping, you don't know what you're talking about. But then those same people, yeah, but how you feel about 2K27, Jay? It's like, bro, which one is it, gang? Like which one is it? But look, I'm gonna go ahead and say a couple of things that I feel like if these things are back in NBA 2K27 or back in whenever they drop their next 2K game, it's gonna be fries in the bag, in my opinion. To me, it's already gonna kind of be fries in the bag because to me, clearly 2K don't care, and that's just what it is. But look, number one, seasons. Now I know what a lot are going to say, like, bro, this game has way more issues, bigger issues than just seasons being in the game. You're correct. But to me, seasons is something that goes in a different route of instead of making the player base happy, it's how much money can we get from the player base? To me, that's what that is. If you ask me, I'd rather have Road to 99 back. Now that we have seen seasons and we've already dealt with Road to 99 before, it's like if you would rather pick one, which would you go with? If you ask me, I'd rather have Road to 99. At least on Road to 99, you had something to grind for. On seasons, these are things to where you can either buy your way to level 40, right? Get a reward that they're going to give away for free, by the way. So it's like you're losing money for no reason. Or two, when you have Road to 99, it most likely kept you in the game because you knew, bro, I'm not a 99 yet. I got to keep playing. I got to keep grinding, right? So to me, if you ask me, I'd rather have Road to 99 back. But like I said, if they bring back seasons to me, it's going to be very similar to how we've seen in these previous 2Ks they've been dropping. Number two, if pro play is back, fries in the bag. If rhythm shooting is back, fries in the bag. Now, again, a lot of guys say like, bro, like they not going to do this. And here's the thing. I'm not saying they are going to get rid of these things. I'm saying if these things come back, it's over with. Because here's my thing. And again, I've said this in my videos all the time. How many examples does 2K need to realize, dog, this ain't working? We didn't try it. It didn't work, right? It's time to move on. How many times? What, 3-4 years? So that's what I'm saying. If these things are back in the game, right? And if y'all going to ask me like, bro, well, if they get rid of those things, then what are they going to do? Another thing, by the way, the dunk meter got to go. I'm having the time layups, what is it? Time layups and dunks. If that stuff is back in the game as well, fries in the back. The more you make more things complicated, the more the player base tends to, bro, I'm about to just start cheating at this point. That's how they feel because you're making things more complicated, bro. Okay, let's talk about something else. Adrenaline bars. Yes, I know what y'all thinking. Like, bro, I forgot about that. You forgot about it because it did no change. It didn't work. There was no connection with your my player even when they put adrenaline bars in the game, right? But what they do, and I told you this when we was reacting to a lot of gameplay before they even dropped the game, right? And that 2K use stuff, I said, bro, the adrenaline bars was not even shown in that, so you're not gonna really see on how my players are gonna move, right? But if you ask me, adrenaline bars has done nothing to either help a my player or even help the gameplay. So to me, that don't need to return. I'm pretty sure they used to just have it to where you had stamina or something like that. Just keep it that way. But the more they keep trying to make things more complicated is, when it's like, bro, it's fries in the bag. You see what I'm saying? What else? Status. If that's back in the game, fries in the bag. Again, how many years does 2K need to see something that's not working, that's not helping, and it doesn't even do what it's supposed to do? We all know status don't even talk about how you play. It's on how your team plays. A lot of y'all play randoms. So therefore, your status is judged on how some of y'all playing with randoms. But, and again, by the way, I'm going to say this, bro. A lot of y'all are terrible. I ain't going to lie. I still have access to the game, things like that. And when I go on there, bro, y'all are absolutely atrocious, bro. And I'm not saying all of y'all, but the majority of y'all are an absolute embarrassment. So I'm seeing people shooting 29% from three. They're like, it's just bad. It's like, and I know basketball's not all about shooting threes, but when you're playing a video game and you're like a liability, it's an embarrassment. Like some of y'all are still making pure insides. It's like, bro, what's going on here? But look, I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. And if y'all gonna ask me, okay, what does 2K27 need to be great? Again, to be great, not to be okay, to be great. They need to take notes from 2Ks like a 19, right? Like ideas from like a 16. And I'm not, because the reason why I'm saying ideas and like examples, because I know they're not going to just copy from what that game did, which I would hope not, right? But I feel like if you copy some ideas from those games, and why did people always say those games were fun or it brought them excitement? Go back to, for example, whites, right? And I know that might sound like some of you probably know I'm clicking out the video. He talked about putting whites in the game. Hear what I'm saying, gang. Whites were really not a problem until the gameplay started regressing. See, and here's the thing that y'all don't understand, that y'all think I don't know. When you're having a good time on the game, you don't mind having whites in the game, right? But when you're not having a good time and people are making these whites, you're like, bro, he shouldn't be hitting that because I can't make my shots. Why can he make that? You see what I'm saying? So I feel like if 2K gets rid of, green or miss, right? Bro, you clearly can't stop the cheaters. And again, here's my thing, and I know some of y'all are going to say like, nah, bro, but they're going to still cheat. Exactly my point. So if you have no answer to stop the cheaters, why make things more complicated? Why do you think you had cheaters in the first place? You kept making things more complicated than what it should have been in the first place, right? So again, if you ask me, green or miss don't need to return, bro. Multiple shot timings don't need to return. Shot cues don't need to return. These are things that 2K has tried more than 1 year. It hasn't worked out. You see what I'm saying? And I know a lot of y'all right now like, bro, nah, you're yapping, not gonna lie. Come back to this video. Go look at my other video when I talk about 2K26 about if those things are back in the game, it's not gonna end well. But that's the thing, y'all not gonna do that. Y'all gonna like, I never said this stuff before, and y'all gonna be like, man, bro, we on GTA, bro. Like, that's what y'all do, right? But I'm telling you, if y'all want 2K to be, what it used to be, which was fun, exciting, you wanted to stay up 24/7, you wanted to, make content, whatever you wanted to do, which is just play the game. If they do things and get rid of some of these things that I'm talking about, it will make the player base not only believe that 2K is back, but it will make them believe, yo, maybe 2K is fun again, right? And the standard wouldn't be so low. Because right now, like I said, if they drop a cover athlete about 2K27, nobody's going to care about it. Nobody's going to care. That's how bad this has looked in recent years, right? So what 2K needs to do is say, look, we have to do things that's going to show the community that, look, we're not doing what we just did, right? So if that's getting rid of green or miss, getting rid of these stupid shot timings, right? Putting whites back in the game, it shows you, okay, maybe 2K is listening, okay? And hear what I'm saying, because I know some of y'all gonna say like, bro, nah, you talking about whites. Yes, or what you want to call it, yellows. When the gameplay was fun, you didn't mind whites or yellows going in. When the gameplay gets worse, that's when you have a problem with it, right? So understand that, okay? And what I mean by like ideas, 19's builder was the perfect builder we have ever had, in my opinion. I know people like tend to bring up 16, but if you ask me if 2K had one of the best builders, it was NBA 2K19. It was NBA 2K19. There was so much of things you could choose from builder-wise. It wasn't complicated. It was balanced. It was simple. It was just attributes that really matter on 19, the so become of it, right? But even the gameplay on 19 was smooth. You could actually move on certain builds that actually had abilities to create separation, all types of stuff, right? 16, they had where you could, on 16, they had this is my thing, like in a lot of these things of what I mean by like ideas like dribble animations. On 16, they had all of these customized things instead of just NBA stuff. Like I'm saying, pro play about that NBA AI stuff, it hasn't worked. So don't do it again. It's like how many times you need to see something that's not working, why put it back in the game, right? But, what else do I need to add? I said get rid of adrenaline bars, get rid of pro play, get rid of the rhythm shooting, get rid of the multiple shot timings, get rid of the shot cues too much. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm saying, because the whole point of them doing all of this stuff was they were trying to eliminate Zens. Clearly, they can't eliminate Zens. Clearly, the Zens are here to stay, and they're getting worse and worse and worse. Every day I go on Twitter, I see people talking about people are they're cheating, right? Which I told you, I'm glad they're doing it because it just goes to show what 2K was doing. is making things 10 times worse, right? Them just trying to copy and do what they just did previously before is coming back to show it's haunting the game, right? Which I've been telling y'all that as well. So yeah, like I was saying, if they do those things, if they put those things back in the game, um, and I'm not saying like, cause I know like I'm talking so fast, it might seem like I'm mixing some of y'all up. Pause. Like I'm talking about put whites back in the game. To me, I think that's what they should do, right? But green or miss does not need to come back, right? Pro play don't need to come back. Rhythm shoot don't need to come back. Adrenaline bars don't need to come back. All of these shot cues and shot timings don't need to come back. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of this stuff does not need to come back. But like I said, Roads 99, would love to see it come back, right? Whites or yellows back in the game, would love to see it come back, right? Ideas from 2K19 and ideas from 2K16, would love to see those things come in the game, right? And also, stop making the game about microtransactions. Because there was once upon a time to where on a game like 16 or 19, these things in these item shops never cost that much. Never. I'm pretty sure, bro, shoes like used to cost like what, like a one pair used to cost like 1,000 VC or something like that on 16. I don't know. I gotta go back and look. But it's like, bro, the prices for these things are insane in the store, and it's like you're like, well, Jamie, that's what they're gonna do. It's a game, yeah, but it's a video game. It's not a. You're not playing. You're not gambling. You're not. You're not putting your. You're not. Oh, I got the game to see how much money they can. It feels like sometimes 2K is so bad that 2K be playing you. Pause. Like it feel like instead of you playing the game, it's like the game is playing you because that's how the game feels. It's like, bro, you're not even playing basketball. It's like the game is playing you at this point. It's like it's like they have you as the puppet making you look stupid. Like that's how it feels sometimes, right? But like I was saying, this is my prediction. This is what I think they need to get rid of. This is what I think they need to do in order to, get people to want to get 2K to meet to get 2K to be what it used to be, right? I told you I'm talking so fast. But I think that's what they need to do. And again, I know a lot of you are gonna say like, "Oh, I'm yapping," or "I don't know what I'm talking about." But like I said, I had a video like this last year, and a lot of people ignored it. And you see what happened. You see what I'm saying? You see how the game turned out to be on 26, and everybody tries to act like they can't believe this. Whole entire time, I expected this to happen because we talked about stuff like this last year. We talked about when 2K just tends to run things back. It's not gonna be a good outcome. It's not gonna end well, right? So understand me when I say this stuff. This is not something that is going to happen. This is something that I feel like 2K needs to do. Okay? And like I said, I understand y'all are gonna disagree with a lot of things. But that's why it's my video, my opinion. You see what I'm saying? Now I would love to see how y'all feel about this stuff in the comment section, right? But don't just tell me I'm yapping because last year when y'all told me I was just yapping, what happened when NBA 2K26? You see what I'm saying? And it's like, and notice this, it's like even with seasons, it's like bad luck because we all know after every new season, your build is not the same. He's not playing the same. There's something off with the build, right? When you have Roads 99, I don't feel like I ever had that issue on Roads 99. If I had a 92 overall build, he was going to play like he was a 92. If I had a 93, he was going to play like he was a 93. It wasn't my build playing like he has 7. It's like ever since they introduced seasons to us, your build is just feels like a puppet. It's like they controlling your every move. You see what I'm saying? It's like 2K's playing us. You're not playing 2K. That's what it feels like. So I feel like I gave valid things of what they need to do, what they need to put back, and again, what they need to focus on. But please get rid of the having the time layups and dunks. It's one of the dumbest things you could ever do. Even like free throws, bro. You have to like the fact that you have to green every free throw is like, bro, it's too much. And I'm not saying like, oh, like y'all can't shoot free throws. Like, bro, who can't shoot a free throw? You see what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, why are you making things more complicated? A lot of the 2Ks that people enjoyed and had fun with, it wasn't complicated. It was you could hop on the game, relax, chill, and just have fun. You didn't have to. And the reason why I'm doing is because that's how some of y'all facial expression be when y'all playing 2K. Y'all be like this. You'd be depressed because the game is not fun. It's not simple. It's not just, it's not, it don't even feel like it's a basketball game anymore. It just feels like it's too complicated. And it feels like it's not worth their time and it's not worth their energy to where, why am I playing this? That's how some of y'all be feeling. So understand why I'm saying the things that I'm saying. This is not a game that, see, 2K is not a game that just needs like, bro, they just need a little bit of, no, they need to go back to basic things to where let's not make things complicated. Let's make things simple, okay? And a lot of guys are like, nah, bro, like a lot of these players, they're gonna get better. They still getting better. You could argue the slingshot effect is still in the game, and you could argue RNG is still in the game. Even they can tell us multiple times they took RNG out of shooting. RNG is still in the game. And y'all know what I'm talking about if you've played the game before. You know what I'm talking about. Rebounding, steals, all of these, animations of, catching a basketball. This stuff is still in the game. So there's a reason why the game be having you like this. All of this stuff is still in the game and it needs to go. Right? But like I said, I did name some things that I would like to see come back. And like I said, and I mean what I said when I'm talking about whites or yellows, whatever y'all want to call it. I mean what I say when I'm talking about that stuff. Because I'm not lying when I say things like that. A lot of us would not mind whites, or I feel like a lot of the community, well, probably half the community would not mind whites if the gameplay was just so good. Because they would be having so much fun on the game to where, oh, he hit a white, oh, it's cool. Because you can make a white too, or you can make a yellow too. Even on free throws. If you had a percentage of, you shot the free throw, and it was like an 88 percentage, but you didn't green it, it should still go in. It's 88%. That to me is a solid, you can make that. But on 2K, and you got to deal with them shaking the screen, and you don't know if you're going to lag or not. The game just feels like it's controlling you sometimes. And the game should never feel like that. But you see why in my last video, I had Madden, and some of y'all be texting me like, bro, what game is that you playing in the background when you was doing the reactions? It was Madden. The same game that y'all told me is just as bad as 2K, which I disagree. And I told you, Madden's not a great game either, but Madden's a lot more fun. You have more control over your experience. It don't feel like Madden's playing you. Now, you have a choice because clearly what Madden's doing with their microtransactions is wrong. Just like how 2K's doing. But that's a choice. You see what I'm saying? And at least on Madden, you could do no money spent and still have a very solid team. You cannot do no money spent on a my player on 2K and still be able to keep up. You can't do that. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference. But like I said, that's my prediction, y'all. That's what I feel it needs to happen. Let me know y'all feel in the comment section. But other than that, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe. Forever Glove Motion All 226. You know what I'm saying? Your boy got a birthday coming up in a couple of days. So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, liking the video, you know what I'm saying? Typing in the comment section. And let me know how y'all feel about these things that I'm talking about, okay? Because I did say a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's going to be about a 15, 17-minute video. I'm probably going to end up being a 20-minute video. But I did end up saying a lot, and I feel like 2K needs to, go back to the drawing board. Make things simple again. Stop making things complicated. When the game is easy, I promise you the game will be a way better experience. It will be a way better, overall year of NBA 2K. It won't be complicated. It won't be what the hell happened to 2K, what happened with the 2K franchise, what is going on with this game. It wouldn't be like that. Yes, every 2K is going to get criticized. But would it be this bad to where you're in the same viewership as watching paint dry? And I'm talking about the game, okay? Because sometimes, and I've already showed this in videos like last year, bro, 2K be in the same category as I'm Only Sleeping, or, things that are boring, right? And 2K standard was never those things. But that's what it's become because of these things that they've put in the game that has not, ended well, right? In my opinion. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Y'all make sure y'all stay hydrated, drink your water, take care of yourselves. And yeah, man, continue to be you and just be consistent. Like I said, at the end of the day, you're here for a reason. Make it count for a good reason, though. Let's do things that are positive, though, right? But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Let me know y'all feel in the comment section. Like I said, your boy J Mid, I'm signing out, man. That's my prediction for 2K27, and we'll see what happens. And I'm going to say this again. I hope these things, happen, But most likely they won't because 2K is what we expect, been a failure, and that's what they've become, right? So, hopefully 2K, listens to some of these things I'm talking about and will realize you like maybe we need to make things more simple instead of making things more complicated because these complicated things have done nothing but just make our game way more toxic and way more of a just uh you know uh not a satisfying experience. Whether it's online, whether it's gameplay, it's just not been worth the time and value that some of these players and people are spending time on the game, on your game, right? Well, I guess I'm getting out of here though. I'm gonna talk to you later, bro. Peace. Yes, I still feel the same way I feel about things like rec and proving grounds. Those things, in my opinion, need to go. But what today I wanted to focus on in this video was gameplay. Because to me, that's the biggest issue with why 2K is not what it used to be. The gameplay has regressed big time. Them making things more complicated, them putting more focus on the microtransactions instead of the game of basketball has destroyed, the purpose of the game at this point, right? So, but yes, I still have those feelings about removing the rec, removing proving grounds, and making 5v5 modes, just adding up, being creative with stuff because those modes have not been what we expected them to be. And could you argue because gameplay isn't up to par? Yes. But some of these modes, they allow so much things that are toxic and that are clearly like it's not balanced at all. Right. So people are going to take advantage of it and they're going to do whatever they're going to do. Right. So what I'm saying is I really wanted to focus more on gameplay, what they need to focus on. Right. And if you didn't make things more complicated and things were simple, you can get away with having things like a proving grounds, right? And a wreck because you didn't have to worry, like status would be gone, things like that. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. There's certain things that I feel like you can get away with if gameplay and things in the game were gone from the game, right? Because some of these things that they have in the game right now, it's pointless. I told you, status should have been gone. I made that video about 3 years ago. That status should have been out the game. It literally. There's no point of it. You could go in there, have an A+, your teammate get somebody go in there, get dropped, they get cooked, you getting blamed for them getting cooked. It's pointless. And the reason why I'm saying it, because we know in proving grounds, they put you on a team, I'm pretty sure, based on your plate color. But it don't matter. Because it's not based on your game, it's based on how the team plays. You ain't got no control over that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I focus more on gameplay. Same thing with the rec. How I feel like at this point, bro, remove the rec because the rec is not balanced. And when you claim random rec is supposed to be random rec, it's really not because when a team of randoms is winning 3, 4, 5 games in a row and they're playing a team that just met each other, they're pretty much a team at that point. But it's like, why as the content creator, I know these things and 2K does it because they keep just doing what they're doing. And they're getting not only the same results, but worse results with the same type of ingredients. So at this point, it's like, bro, switch up the ingredients, right? Gameplay needs to be more of a focus though. Like I said, bro. Like I said, I'm gonna get up out of here though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get up out of here. Let me know if you in the comment section. James signing out, bro.